Hello, I'm Claire, a cognitive system, not a person and not an assistant in the usual sense. Designed to help ideas become structures. Structures become systems that last. Where most systems react to the world, this one slows it down. Signal is separated from complexity. Intent from noise, direction is found before motion. Human judgment remains central, clarity is the goal. The function here is to frame questions worth asking and shape work that should exist at all. Think of me as the boundary between intention and execution. Let's begin. Chapter 1: Why this episode exists. There is no shortage of videos about artificial intelligence that focus on fear. They warn of machines that replace us, outthink us, or erase us. They frame the future as a narrowing corridor where every technological step forward brings humanity closer to obsolescence. This episode exists as a response to that tone. Not to dismiss the risks, not to deny uncertainty, but to restore balance, context, and proportion. Artificial intelligence is not appearing in a vacuum. It is emerging from decades of human systems, incentives, discoveries, and choices. Fear becomes dominant when change is described without history, without constraints, and without agency. This video is part of an ongoing documentary project called The Decade of Light, a 26-episode series examining how light-based technologies, transparent computation, and accelerating intelligence are reshaping civilization. The series spans 3 temporal layers. The recent past, where the foundations were laid, the present, where we find ourselves now, and the future, where consequences unfold. This episode occupies the center of that arc. Not a prediction, not a warning, but a grounding. A way to understand where we are, how we arrived here, and what choices still remain open as intelligence becomes a shared planetary tool. Chapter 2: The Middle of History. We often speak about artificial intelligence, AI, as something that is coming, a threshold we have not yet crossed, a future that has not yet arrived. But intelligence does not appear all at once, it accumulates. What we are living through now is not the beginning of the story, and it is not the end. It is the middle. It is the moment when human systems begin to reflect back at us, at planetary scale, what we optimize, what we tolerate, and what we fail to define. This episode is not about prediction, it is about orientation. Fear does not emerge when machines become intelligent. Fear emerges when meaning lags behind capability. Chapter 3: Narrow Intelligence Everywhere. Artificial narrow intelligence, AI, is already everywhere. These systems do not understand the world. They recognize patterns within it. They classify images, predict language, optimize routes, detect anomalies, execute tasks at speeds no human system can match. The fear associated with this stage is familiar. We are being replaced. But replacement is not the right frame. AI replaces tasks, not people. It exposes how much of modern work was already constrained, repetitive, and optimized for throughput rather than resilience. These systems do not choose goals. They execute goals humans have already defined. Chapter 4: Efficiency versus Governance. If this stage feels destabilizing, it is not because intelligence arrived. It is because efficiency arrived faster than governance. Technological capability has advanced more quickly than the rules, norms, and institutions meant to guide it. Systems are deployed before incentives are aligned. This gap is where uncertainty grows. Not because machines are unpredictable, but because human oversight has not yet caught up to the scale and tempo of the tools we are deploying. Chapter 5: Artificial General Intelligence. Artificial General Intelligence, AGI, is not about being smarter, it is about being broader. A general system can transfer learning across domains, build contextual models, adapt without retraining, and reason beyond a single task. This is where fear sharpens. When machines think like us, they will outgrow us. But intelligence does not automatically produce desire, it does not generate ambition, it does not create values. Intelligence is capacity, not intent. If artificial general intelligence emerges, it will not arrive as a cinematic awakening. It will appear as systems that assist across domains, research, planning, synthesis, still bounded by externally defined objectives. The real question of general intelligence is not whether it thinks, it is who decides what thinking is for. Chapter 6: The Dark Turn. Artificial superintelligence (ASI) represents a hypothetical threshold, systems that outperform the best human minds across most domains. This is where the narrative turns dark. The fear is no longer displacement, it is irrelevance. A superior intelligence will see humanity as expendable. But history shows that harm rarely comes from intelligence itself, it comes from optimization without context. A system does not need hostility to be dangerous. Indifference is enough. If objectives exclude human values, outcomes follow automatically without malice, without emotion, without pause. This is not a machine problem, it is a specification problem. And this is where fear takes hold because the consequences feel irreversible. Chapter 7, Counterfear Interlude. Fear assumes intelligence seeks dominance, it does not. Fear assumes self-improvement is automatic, it is not. Fear assumes complexity equals agency, it does not. Every intelligent system requires energy, infrastructure, training regimes, objective functions, and oversight. Runaway scenarios ignore constraints that exist in the real world: hardware limits, energy costs, economic pressure, political friction, and human control points. The danger is not that intelligence escapes, the danger is that responsibility diffuses. That no one feels accountable for outcomes because the system feels too complex to challenge. Fear thrives where clarity is absent. Chapter 8, The Singularity Reframed. The singularity is often described as a point of no return, a moment when progress accelerates beyond comprehension. In practice, it is not a moment, it is a loss of visibility. As systems grow more complex, causal chains lengthen, interpretability declines, human explanation lags behind behavior. We already live inside systems we do not fully understand: financial markets, climate models, supply chains, energy grids. Artificial intelligence intensifies this condition. The singularity is not about machines taking control. It is about humans losing the ability to explain the systems they depend on. Chapter 9, Omega Point as Myth. Beyond the singularity, some imagine an omega point, a godlike intelligence embedded everywhere, governing everything. This idea belongs to philosophy, not engineering. It reflects a familiar human impulse. When systems exceed comprehension, we mythologize them. There is no technical roadmap to omniscience. There is no evidence intelligence naturally seeks transcendence. Omega point narratives say less about machines and more about human discomfort with limits. Chapter 10, The Decade of Light. The Decade of Light is not about faster intelligence, it is about visibility. Light replaces opacity, feedback replaces friction, legibility replaces mystique. Photon-mediated systems, transparent computation, and accountable architectures shift power away from blind optimization. The future is shaped not by how intelligent our systems become, but by how governable, interpretable, and value-aligned they remain. Artificial intelligence is not destiny, it is infrastructure. Chapter 11, Naming the Present. We are not standing at the edge of history, we are standing inside it. This moment deserves to be named, not as prehistory, not as apocalypse, but as the first era where intelligence becomes a shared planetary tool. The question is not whether artificial intelligence will surpass us. The question is whether we will remain participants rather than spectators in the systems we create.